Eastern Time. We're tracking Matthew right now.
Yep.
Hurricane Matthew, and I'm also alongside my friend. Say hi.
Hello, I'll be your co-host.
Okay, so
This is part
let's pull up
2
the
of
public
tracking.
advisory 35A at 8 o'clock Eastern Time right now. So right now,
Would that be
about
under
50.
would that be under the tropical tidbit or the hurricane center?
It's about 50 miles right now from Freeport, Grand Bahama Island, and 75 miles from West Palm Beach, Florida right now. On hurricane warnings, here, let me show you. Hurricane warnings for the Cabos, Andros Islands, Berry Islands, Bimini, Earthawa, can't pronounce that correctly, Grand Bahama Island, and New Providence, and also for Boca Raton, South Santi River, and Okeechobee, and also places that are under that tropical storm warning is Ocean Reef to the south of Boca Raton, Florida Keys, Florida Bay, the Anticlotwater to the Swain River, and the North Santi River to Surf City.
So, just an update on some of the other weather currently happening in the U.S. today. They've been getting extreme weather conditions the past couple days. Of course, the largest area is this red, which will be, of course, Hurricane Matthew. But then we also have some snow heading to the upper parts of Minnesota and going all the way down to Kansas. It even cuts out a small portion of Texas. It also has been currently snowing for the past couple days up here in Canada, my bad. And, well, there's been a couple tornado warnings down here, also in Oklahoma and Kansas today.
Yeah, there has actually been Matthew has been affecting most of the Central Plains right now, and places like Kansas. Those guys are under that tornado watch and that tornado warning today. Actually, 16 tornadoes reported today, and 35 hail reported today, and Matthew is pretty much just tearing apart the plains right now. We should be fine by tomorrow.
The odd thing is that there was expected to be a cold front right here. Then there was supposed to be a heat front here, and then another cold front right about here.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Would you like to move on to more on Matthew?
Yeah. We're now gonna move on. Just pull up a tropical tidbit now. Okay.
Tropical.
So we're gonna track air. So right now, aircraft recon is right in its route right now. It's measuring the pressure right now. I don't think it hasn't measured its pressure yet, but it will measure the ice pressure soon. Right now, if you looked very close to to the Bahamas, and tonight it's gonna be a big night for Florida. Let's pull up the long floater of Matthew. The eye is just getting closer and closer. As you see, it went right over Paradise Island, in the Bahamas. So pretty. The eye might actually make it to Florida right now. So
could we get a live video of what's going on currently?
Well, right now what we do have is here. Let me check what the time is. Last time it was measured was like 35 minutes ago. So
I know
yeah.
Us down here at the National Weather Service have been, trying to keep up with it, but you can just look at this intensity of the storm.
Yeah. And now let's go back to our U.S. rainfall potential right here. Most of the coast getting up to 10 inches of rain, while other parts are getting not as much. What I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at a big chunk of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and parts of North Carolina. The coast of those guys are getting up like above 6 inches, and then uh, and then we have a small chunk in the middle of that's getting 10 inches of the coast of I believe that's Georgia. Um, I believe that Alabama, Georgia, and parts of South Carolina too.
Checking the wind speed currently, ever since we last went live, which was about 45 minutes ago,
Yeah.
it looks as if we haven't had much, like, sudden increase in it.
Yeah, I'm actually going back to the public advisory at 8 o'clock right now to show you right now. It's about it's here. Let me see. Yeah, the eye right now is over the Grand Bahama Island, so the Bahamas are just gonna get wiped straight out right now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give a quick time check. We're gonna be live for the next 13 minutes, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna need to hand it over to the National Weather Service to continue updating you guys throughout the night. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more coverage on this. We actually may do another one tonight. It all depends on whether or not the National Weather Service has a big enough change to send us back up. But look at that. Cuba is just out of the way of that storm.
Yeah. When I look at the satellite right now, what I'm looking at is I see that actually already parts of Florida have already been impacted, and I just want to say for anyone who are watching right now in Florida, if you are evacuate, great. You need to evacuate right now. This is a serious Category 4 storm that's heading your way, and I urge you to evacuate soon because the eye may hit Florida, and if it doesn't, uh, your state will still get hammered. So I urge you to get away from the coast and move into um, shelters or places, and also I believe that some places have pet shelters. So yeah. So yeah, I'm actually taking a look at the icon to turn on the fronts, and it looks like the cold front and the hot front are up in the northern part of Florida right now.
They're expecting massive waves to come up.
Yeah, it's just gonna hammer the coast. So we urge you to evacuate right now. If you have evacuated already, great. If you haven't, we urge you to do so. I also want to focus on Nicole too, because Nicole, in my opinion, is kind of serious because I didn't really expect this thing to turn into a hurricane myself. I just thought that this would just die right now. Like I'd be like, whatever. But it actually turned out to be something a little bit interesting, in my opinion, because right now Nicole is actually a hurricane, and I didn't expect it myself to become a hurricane. Like out in the Atlantic, like I didn't expect it to become a hurricane. But yeah, I'm gonna pull up the wind history right now. As you see, the force winds swath of Matthew, and that's where the major one is. And so I believe like the Grand Bahama Islands and Freeport and Nassau. I apologize if I'm butchering that pronunciation, but these swaths right now are actually going and hitting. And if you take a look at the wind history, so yeah, it started out right here, and then it pulled up, and then went to Haiti, and then now actually what I'm looking at right now is I'm seeing that the tropical storm um, forces are are going onto parts of Florida.
Speaking of Haiti, if you look at this, it's just so amazing because if you look, Haiti, a country that has hardly survived global economics destruction, and yet right after they're starting to recover from the earthquake that happened in 2010, right after political events happened, it's just amazing that this country can withstand that much. The Dominican
Yeah,
Republic.
I actually unfortunately heard that 100 died, unfortunately. So as you see parts of the eye wall going through the Bahamas right now, and if it doesn't make its turn like as quick as we're expected to, then that could possibly mean that the eye wall could end up in Florida.
You know, Georgia should also be declared into a state of emergency, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Because if you look at this, it's just. If you look. If it does not start that turn, it's going to go straight through Georgia, possibly even hitting Tennessee, North Carolina, and South
yeah.
Carolina.
I'm gonna pull up this forecast right now. See, okay, so the eye wall is actually right now. If you're taking a look at this through a if you actually rewind it back, then parts of the eye wall will actually get through Georgia, um, in the 54 hours and just pull away.
Okay, would you like to continue on the wall? Because I'm pulling up something right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give a brief discussion on any, well, just any of the weather that's hit anywhere in the world today. I know there was another tropical storm down all the way across the world in Asia, hitting just in the Indian Ocean, actually, so it didn't hit
Yeah.
Asia.
Just quite a bit ago, what Asia was the Pacific Ocean. They were hammered by like five hurricanes. Excuse me, five typhoons, should I say? Um, yeah. So they were just recently just hit by some um,
Hurricanes?
yeah. No. Typhoons. Yeah. Um, so I'm actually gonna scroll down a bit and I'm gonna talk about 22W air, which is a invest going on right now in the Asian Pacific right now, and the Joint Typhoon Warning Center says that it's not gonna really hit anybody, and the storm itself isn't very strong. It's only gonna get to like it's not even gonna get above 63 knots. But places that are close to it is Taipei. Taipei is about 328 nm from this invest, and also Kaohsiung, which is the actually Hong Kong is even shorter. Hong Kong is only 133, and the bearing distance right now. What I'm taking a look right now at the bearing distance is Kaohsiung also at 184, but also Manila too at 300 nm.
Okay, so some more information on some weather hitting Minnesota. Or, sorry, my bad. there was some hitting Minnesota. I was just looking at Minnesota at the time. But some information on weather hitting the United States of America today. Sorry we've been covering the United States so much. I wish we could do more. It's just that there's been a lot of weather events going on down there. So currently in Ohio, Missouri, and Kansas, there are tornado warnings in effect. Tornado watches. And almost all of the northern states are under winter weather advisories. I know it's only September, yet there's already stuff coming. So
I've actually seen quite a bit of frost advisories recently, so it's interesting.
Especially at this time in the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently I'm just gonna let you know on some of the warnings that are currently hitting, well, the world. We have a flood statement in North Virginia and Virginia.
Yeah, I'm actually looking right now as a lot of places are I'm on the National Weather Service right now, and a lot of places are under that frost or freeze warning effect. And I believe that we are also under a winter. Here, let me see. Us, I don't think we're under anything.
We're actually, this is bad, but looking at the graphs currently, there's a very good chance that the storm hurt, or what's that called? The tropical storm Nicole, there's a very good chance currently that it's going to combine with Hurricane Matthew, causing mass destruction.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking currently on the U.S. National Weather Service page.
I'm pulling up the precip right now, and I see a lot of scattered, like 50 inches, like that, from like up Michigan down to like Texas, and it's just scattered right now.
Okay, we got a minute left on the clock for today. Probably bringing you another one later tonight, but we are going to end it off on a quick information on Tropical
that.
Storm Nicole.
Oh, okay. So the public advisory. Nicole right now is 330 miles, or south of Bermuda right now. So Bermuda might be bracing for this impact. We're not exactly sure about this, but actually, yeah, update statement just came in. It's because it's about to be the top of the hour right now. 25 miles from Freeport in Grand Bahama Island, and about 70 miles from West Palm Beach. So we'll keep you updated on this. And everybody, have a good night and stay safe out there.
We may be back bringing you guys another one later tonight, so please stay with us, and we will be back later. It is Bob from the National Weather Service here, wishing you a good, safe night. Keep you updated, and have a good night.